What's up, my friends? How are you doing today? Chris back again here to talk to you about The Time Machine from 2002, directed by Simon Wells. And I didn't know anything about Mr. Wells until I looked him up after watching this film, and hot dang, he has directed some bangers. He directed Prince of Egypt, Balto, Fievel Goes West, and We're Back, A Dinosaur Story. If you haven't noticed a theme, they're all animated films. This is his only live-action film, and it shows in the quality of the filmmaking. So, let's get into it. This is based off an H.G. Wells story, by the way, or novel, based off of some of his work, some H.G. Wells work, and it's a really good story until it's not. Okay, so basically this guy, he and his wife, fiance, they're walking through a park. He's a prominent scientist. He's walking through the park with his fiance, his betrothed, and then they get robbed. They tussle over a ring. She gets killed. He goes, "Oh, I can go back in time and fix it." Well, he goes back in time. He builds this machine. He goes back in time. He tries to stop it, and it always winds up something happens to her. It's kind of like a canon event in the new Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. Like, it has to happen in order for, things to progress the way they need to. And so, upon doing all that, he winds up mistakenly, he goes into the future, and he's being chased, or something happens. He gets back on the time machine. Oh, he goes into the future, sees some things are going on, then he goes a little bit more into the future and realizes, oh my goodness, what has happened? And then trying to figure out what happened, he gets a bonk on the head in his time machine, and he goes like 800,000 years into the future, almost 1,000,000 years into the future. And this is where the movie kind of derails itself. It was really cool up until he goes way far into the future, because, he's coming from the 1800s. Like the late 1800s or mid 1800s. He's coming from that time period, and he winds up in like 2024, and we're fixing to build colonies on the moon and stuff. And then he goes another 100 years or so into the future, and the moon has, we screwed it up. We screwed it up royally, and now our planet's in danger because of what we did on the moon. And it's like, oh, this is awesome storytelling. This is really cool. And then we go, he winds up accidentally going 800,000 years into the future, and this is where it takes a weird turn and turns into like a proto Planet of the Apes. And I'm just like, so they're like underground monkeys coming after these natives, basically. And he's the science guy who's like, we could fight back, and then winds up meeting Jeremy Irons, who is like the overlord of the mole monkeys. And you find out some other intriguing story details about it, and it's like, man, and then there's this climactic fight. But what? Why did it turn into Planet of the Apes, where it was like, we had all this cool sci-fi futuristic stuff, then we go back to the Stone Age, which I guess is plausible if we destroy the planet, hint, hint. We'll go back to the Stone Age, but then it turned, it went in, okay, so Jeremy Irons' character is this weird overlord, but he looks like Alric of Melnibone or whatever. Like, he's, albino with this long white hair, kind of bluish tinted skin, white pale skin, blue eyes. Like, he's crazy looking. It's cool, but the story itself just kind of falls apart after that. We find out that Guy Pearce's character, he realizes, he learns from Jeremy Irons' character the truth about time and all that kind of stuff, and why he couldn't save his girlfriend or fiance, and it just kind of goes from there. But I lost interest after it turned into Monkey Men. Like, once it turned into monkeys hopping through the ground, capturing, Stella Warren and Mark Wahlberg, it didn't really do that. I'm just saying, that's what it reminded me of, come on, guys. Maybe that's how the actual H.G. Wells story went. Maybe that was like, oh, but for watching it in 2024 and it was made 22 years ago, I was just like, man, this was disappointing. This became just a craptastic film here towards the end. So, overall, it was all right, I guess. I'm glad I finally watched it. I have a few friends who were like, dude, you've never seen The Time Machine? Well, when it came out, I was like 20. And I didn't really care about it because it looked dumb to me then. And so now that I've actually watched it, I was right in not watching it because it was pretty dumb. It just got, I don't know. Maybe it was trying to overachieve and it underachieved. I don't know. But it wasn't worth my time. So it's going to get 2 stars. That's what the Time Machine is going to get. 2 stars. You can check it out if you want to. It's on Paramount Plus. It's on Amazon Prime. Give it a shot if you want to. But that's it for that. And thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe. And I'm going to keep making them as long as you guys keep watching them. Peace out. God bless you. See you next time.